Hey everybody, it's Thursday. I think it's June 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. 1, 2, 3, maybe the 4th, I think. I think it's June 4th. Sorry about that. But nevertheless, reading from Gospel of Mark, chapter 12. One of the scribes came to Jesus and asked him, "Which is the first of all the commandments?" Jesus replied, "The first is this, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is Lord alone. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, with all your strength. The second is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. No other commandment is greater than these." The scribe said to him, "Well said, teacher, you are right in saying he is the one, and there is no other than he, and to love him with all your heart, understanding, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself is worth more than all the burnt offerings and sacrifices." Years ago, I was preaching on this gospel, and I want to use an example. I like using objects as sometimes for my homily because many of us are visual learners. So I went to Dairy Queen. I remember I had the Saturday evening mass, and there was a line, or actually the person behind the counter was going too slow. In fact, I asked, if you don't mind, I said I offered myself to help him dish out the food, but he didn't accept my offer because I had to get going. He was slow, it was driving me crazy. Again, I have no patience. But what I did buy was the swirl, the chocolate vanilla swirl. And I had the cone in my hand. I had to drive home back to my parish church. I was on A1A. It was a hot summer's day, in fact. And I thought, oh boy, hope it doesn't melt. I got to get this back, and I'll put it in the freezer, I'm thinking. So I'm driving with one hand. I'm holding onto my ice cream cone. It never melted. It never floundered. It didn't even drip. So I don't know what kind of ice cream Dairy Queen has, but in this case, it was a lifesaver because it never melted. Got it back home, put it in the freezer, and it worked for the whole weekend. And what was the whole point? Well, the swirl, the chocolate vanilla combined. Someone asked you, what flavor do you want to have? Well, some people say I like chocolate. Some people say I like vanilla. And I say, you know what? I can't decide. I want both. And so we have the swirl. Now, you don't have to make a decision. You don't have to leave any flavor out. And I think that's what Jesus sort of does here with what's the greatest commandment? It was singular. It wasn't asking for two commandments. Actually, the answer called for one answer. Jesus thought up strong, love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. But then he adds, love your neighbor. Those two. You can't have them. You can't separate the two. We prove our love for God by the way we love our neighbor. God bless you.